youtube.com/MayhewMayhem. That's youtube.com/MayhewMayhem.
Hello and welcome to another episode of 30 Minutes of Mayhem. I am your host, my name is Michael Mayhew, and I am here with my co-hosts.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dale, and also joining us is the woman who might be the last one on Earth. You would still rather kill yourself than sleep with her.
Hi everyone, it's Raven. And joining us is a man who really needs a generous benefactor to please buy this boy a hooker.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg.
God damn, Dale, what the fuck, dude?
I don't know how I came up with that. Remember, 30 Minutes of Mayhem is available on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spreaker. All you have to do is search MayhewMayhem. That's MayhewMayhem.
Don't forget to rate us 5 stars and leave us a little comment on there, because that really helps us out.
Also, you can help us afford to continue doing the show by donating to 30 Minutes of Mayhem via PayPal. Just use the email address in the description, 30minutesofmayhem@gmail.com.
So I haven't had this problem in quite a long time because I live out in the middle of nowhere, but we've had it a few times, and I've always thought that the greatest way to solve this problem is to butt-ass naked and answer the door. Well, I had the opportunity to do that and could not convince former co-host Ryan the Gat Cat from LA to get ass naked and answer the door when we had the Jehovah's Witnesses at the door. Well, Jehovah's Witnesses aren't the only ones that do it. You also have your Mormon missionaries. So my question to you guys is, what is the best way to answer the door when the Lord comes a-knockin'?
Did you try to convince like a raging boner as well?
I didn't try to convince him to have a raging boner. It was like last moment, like spur of the moment thing. And he said, "Who the fuck is these guys here at the door?" And I seen him walking up, and I was like, "Holy shit, them are Jehovah's Witnesses." And the reason why, well, they could have been Mormon missionaries, but I'm pretty sure they weren't, because they weren't. The Mormon missionaries normally dress in like suit.
They usually look like usually they look like they just came from like out of school, like out of private school or something like that.
Yeah, and the Jehovah's Witnesses, they vary, at least through my experience. They aren't dressed uniformly the same like the Mormon missionaries are. But anyway, so I seen him walking up, and I just tried to convince him. Holy shit, I was like, just get ass naked and answer the door, because he was the closest one to the door, and he was the one that seen him. And he was like, nah, dude. I was like, no, they're going to hear you. They're going to know we're in here. Just get ass naked and answer the door. But no, I didn't say, like I was telling you before we started the show, Dale, with your issue you were dealing with, that you should have prepared properly, took some, Viagra, watched a bit of porn, had a nice full rager.
I mean, maybe next time, but I don't see him come walking up. I just, I got the little peephole at my door. So there's actually one time where I was staring through the little peephole at the dude. It was funny, like he was all in his nice suit, because there's a lot of Mormons out here. So I was just watching because like I heard a knock and like I was expecting a delivery, a package, big sausage pizza, haha. But anyways, I was expecting like UPS to deliver a package or something like that. So I was I heard the knock.
Speaking of packages, real quick. I sent mail from here to Ohio. The envelope was received, okay? But here's the good catch. It was ripped in half, and all that was on it was the address that it was to go to and the stamp. The contents of the envelope were gone, and the half of the envelope that consisted of my mailing address was gone.
So somebody ripped in your shit and stole whatever.
Literally ripped the envelope in half and took the contents of the envelope and continued to send the half of the envelope that had the address at which it was supposed to go and the stamp on it. That side was delivered. The other half of the envelope and the contents were not.
That's crazy.
That's pretty fucked up.
It's a federal offense.
Did you report that?
I reported it. I just found out this morning, but I reported it. It's a federal offense, and my whole thing is,
Oh shit, this was just recent?
yeah, I just found out this morning. Like the
Oh, I
envelope
didn't know
just got to him this morning. So as someone in the USPS is the one that did this. Someone inside the Postal Service ripped an envelope in half, took the contents, threw away half of the envelope, but for some crazy reason sent half of the envelope with the final destination address
Mailed
on
half
it.
an empty envelope.
Yes.
That's wow.
Some people are just fucking weird.
Some people
Or
are just fucking stupid.
or
Yeah, that too.
or the post man that delivered it was the one that ripped the envelope in half, took the contents, and just put the half of it in the fucking mailbox.
There's gonna
That'd
have
be
to be
pretty
a,
stupid though, because that's the first person they're gonna ask.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but there's gonna have to be an investigation. So do you know like where it went? Like which postal service it went through? Like the main hubs or whatever?
No, it went from Ocklawaha to Toronto, wherever it stopped in between. But
Yeah, we're gonna have to do investigation through there.
the point behind what you were trying to do was to steal the contents. Here's the best way to do that.
Steal it.
The
and
letter
throw the
never
letter
got
away?
the letter never got to its destination.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. That means you rip the fucking letter, you take the contents of it, and you just throw the fucking envelope away. And I'm fucking pissed because it's not like it accidentally got opened or anything like that, because the kind of envelope it was one not that you lick, but that has the little pull thing, and it has the sticky, adhesive underneath of it. So I did that, and then I taped it shut. So that's my my story about fuck the postal service. And I reported it, and I know nothing's going to come of it because it's not like they can replace anything, and it's not like I got insurance on it. But the whole thing is, the postal service is a branch or part or whatever of the government that you're supposed to be able to trust, and there is no way
Yeah.
that someone outside of that. It's not like some Joe Schmo walking down the street went in to a fucking post office or whatever and just stole the shit. It had to have been an employee that done it. And that's the thing that pisses me off. And there's no security for that. Is it doesn't matter what you send through the mail. Like, you can get insurance on it, but you can't replace or anything that you're sending. If you send, if I sent Dale $20 right now, and somebody that works for the fucking USPS steals that shit, they're not gonna replace it. I'm out
No.
$20.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that's
they want you to
you
pay
can
like
try all
$10
you want,
for insurance on it.
Yeah, you pay for insurance on it. You pay extra. Say I want to send them $20 and you want to put insurance on it, then you got to pay like $20 worth of insurance on it, and
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't make sense. That's why you
You
don't.
still lose $20.
It's exactly, they're not going to replace the shit. That's fucked up. Like that, and it's like I said, it's not some Joe Schmo walking down the fucking street to steal the shit. It had to have been someone inside the goddamn United States Postal Service. That's fucking
Mm.
garbage, and
What
there's
a
nothing
dumb
you can
thing
do
to
about it.
steal.
There's nothing you can do about it though. Sorry, Dale. You were waiting on a
Quick
package.
question.
Yeah, no, I was just waiting on like UPS to deliver a package, and I hear a knock, and I walk over and I look through the little people, and I see the dude standing there with the, and like he was standing there. It was funny because I was like staring at him, and he's all like, he's just doing that shit. He's got his little known hand like getting ready for a speech and shit, and I
That was
looking
so
through the
ungodly.
yeah, I'm looking through the little people, and I'm like hand over mouth because I'm not trying to like no, like have him know I was there.
You see, what you do is you tell him, hey, you tell him, hold on a minute, right? And then that's when you strictly you go take your Viagra, and then you like pull up some porn on your phone. You play with yourself a little bit so you get an erection, because Viagra doesn't cause you to have an erection. You have to be aroused. And you keep telling him, hang on a second, and then that's when you prepare yourself. You get the erection. You're ass naked. You get some of the fake blood. You put it on. You put it on the knife, and then finally you come to the door, all out of breath, huffing and puffing. You answer the door, you got the blood on you, you're ass naked, you got a full raging boner, and you're holding a bloody knife cleaning it off. Yeah, you guys, yeah, go ahead, come in. Yeah, what, you want to talk about the Lord? You see? That's the way to do it.
Sorry, I was just in the midst of sacrificing this goat to the Satan,
And then if they come in, which some of them got some balls, So they come in, like we said, if they're sitting down, you sit them down on your couch or whatever. You just pace around the whole time with like a real
Full-on
nervous
aggression.
and just a full-on like stiff arm fucking erection. You got to do like some exaggerated movements so that your
I
like
want.
hard like third arm is just bouncing around.
I don't know why I thought about this, but I don't know if I should put like this pill that like makes me phone, but like drop down and just have a seizure. It's like, hey guys, that's like starts like glitching out. I wonder what to do. I wonder if they either A, try to help, or B,
Just run like
run away. I'd be like, dude, just go. Let's go. We can't leave them there.
Oh man, they're like trying to perform CPR and
You're not even dying. You're like nowhere near. You just got this pill that you just bite down real quick and just.
just your dick's just that fucking hard, and then they're trying to perform CPR on you while you get this raging ass boner. No, but I like the idea of just walking, or if they come in, you're just walking around. You don't even put pants on. You just come in, you're just walking around. And then you got to do the kind of walk to where you kind of like you put your legs closer together and you kind of squeeze your butt cheeks a little bit, so like it'll cause when you walk, it'll cause your dick to flop back and forth between.
I just picture that in my mind of me doing that, so it just made me laugh even harder.
You gotta do that, then you gotta like take exaggerated movements, like I said, accidentally trip on something, so you do like the trip run and your dick's just flopping all over the place in a big ass hurry. And let them preach to you. Let them talk about the Lord as long as that. And if they say something about you being, sir, would you, would you like to put some pants on or something? And you go, oh, no, I'm sorry. Am I? I'm a nudist. It is. So what I do. This is my my domicile here. And if you're not okay with my beliefs, then
Dude, I wonder if he can like do like some stretching. About to go for a run,
That would be great.
Just fucking like just bend over, like spread your legs a little bit, and like bend down in the middle or to the side or something like that. Bring like one leg up and like bend over in front of them to where they see like full on like your dirt star and everything.
They see the void.
now I could answer the door with a full-on rager. They couldn't tell the difference if I did. But and then you got, and then because I got a small dick, and then you got Dale that could do that, and then Greg that could do that. But the problem is, as far as I know, Raven doesn't have a penis. So Raven, what would Raven do?
What?
I
I had a few different ideas. It actually happened once. I was at a friend's house and she has a long driveway.
Hang on. Well, like I don't know why I thought about this. I'm sorry to cut you off, but the only thing I could thought of is like her answering the door. They're not even getting a word out. She's gonna be like, "It's raping time."
That's my answer. I changed everything. Everything I was just about to say. Fuck it. That's my answer.
She's gonna answer the door. They're gonna be like, "Hi." You're gonna be like, like rubbing your hands together with like this like delicious like licking your lips or something like that. They're probably gonna still keep talking or whatever. You're just gonna have to interrupt and be like, or like if they stop talking, you're just gonna be like, "It's raping time."
That's perfect.
Basically, mine was just gonna be I'd walk out, just like drop my pants, shit in my hands, and just smear shit all over them.
Ew. Yay. That's good.
Nah,
Just smear it on their
touch.
foreheads and go, Simba.
Well,
that's a little far. That's a little far.
I would have like.
I like the idea of like
Yeah.
walking out on your porch, talking to them for a minute, and then just like pulling your pants down and just shitting right there on your own porch. just wait to see if they stay. Do they stay while you poo, or do
Yeah, I
do
guess
they
You gotta
would
talk to them while you
be
poo
like,
as
it's
well.
like, hang on, guys, hang on a second.
Not even just say hang on.
You don't even tell them hang on.
While they're talking, just drop them.
Yeah, exactly. Right talking. You
just
just drop them
drop
to shit
trow and drop juice right on the porch.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do. Just right there. And then when you're done, if they're still there when you're done, you just walk back in the house and close the door. Just don't even come back out.
There's like a giant steaming pile of shit right there on the porch.
And if they continue, like if they wait there for a while and then they like ring the doorbell or knock on the door again, you just tell Scott that someone's there for him so that he answers the door. And
Dude, they shit on the porch.
he and then he'll think they shit on the porch.
That'd be perfect. Scott, there's some Jehovah's Witnesses here. I think they shit
even
on the porch too.
Don't even say that. Just say
No,
somebody's here
no,
for you.
you just tell him somebody's there for him. You see, you don't tell him that there's a Jehovah's
Oh
Witness.
yeah.
But then when he gets
Yeah,
down there,
Scott, a couple of your friends are here.
he looks out the door, he sees the Jehovah's Witnesses, and then he sees there's Deuce on the porch, and he's like, what the fuck happened here? And then he thinks they shit on the porch, and then he doesn't know what to do, and then he asks you, the Jehovah's Witnesses just shit on the porch, what should I do? And then you tell him to call the cops, and then he calls the cops on him, show up, and hopefully they're still there when there's shit on your porch, and let them try to explain that someone that lives in
gonna
that
be
house shit on their own front porch.
They're gonna be so confused. They're gonna be like, "What is going on right now?"
And then, of course, you eventually have to clean up your own shit. In that case, all you do is just go get a shovel out of, like, your garage or something like that, and then shovel
Use
it.
It happened one time when I was at a friend's house and she had a long driveway and we could see him coming, and she didn't want to talk to him, so she looked at me and she was like, "You got to get rid of him." So all I did was walk over and I said, "Yeah, we're Wiccans," and they said, "Okay, have a nice day," and walked away. It was that easy. But that's the only time I've ever had contact with them. But I've thought about before, like I would just blast some Black Sabbath or some Ozzy Osbourne music and like throw myself against the door and scream like I'm getting fucked real good in the ass and just never answer the door.
That'd be cool if there was like some way to make somebody like fly around the room. Like you see like on movies or shit, like somebody's possessed. You just got
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
you just stand there and the next thing you know, like have your eyes roll in the back of the head, be like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" Your eyes roll in the back and you just take off flying up against rooms.
I know.
There's always like
Start
some
speaking
way
in
that
tongues.
if only there was like some way you can do that. Start like twitching and shit with your eyes in the back of your head.
I know that they're not Catholic and all, but it depends on how religious they are. So if any sort of Mormon or Jehovah's Witnesses beliefs have any sort of exorcism type stuff in them, like Catholicism is, I don't know that. But if it was somebody from the Catholic Church, they might, start. The power of Christ compels you. You know, if you were doing that when they were at the door, they might bust in your house and try to save you.
Yeah, they're gonna try and exercise the shit out of you.
Exactly. They're trying
Yeah.
they'll trying to exercise the shit out of you to save you from Satan. I know you guys have this. It's been in the news a lot lately. The Satanic Monument that they're trying to put up in Oklahoma. So they're building the monument in New York, from what I read, and they're going to take it to Oklahoma to put it there.
Yep.
They're going to put it there beside the Ten Commandments.
Yep.
Oh.
And they've raised $28,000 on Indiegogo. Satanists can raise $28,000 on Indiegogo, but we can't raise a single penny. Did we raise a little bit? I didn't remember
No,
the full. No,
absolutely.
we didn't raise at all. $0.00 to go out to VidCon for what, 2-3 days, 4 days maybe at the most.
No.
In California.
Well, the reason why
It's because we're not Satanists.
No, it has nothing to do with that. I know a lot of people that probably donated to that aren't Satanists. They just donated to it because of the cause that it's really about. To me, it's funny as fuck what they're trying to do, but it's more about like you can't pick and choose. The government can't say it's okay to have this, these Christianity or Catholicism beliefs here, but no. You get your Star of David away from here.
Mhm.
You get you get your shit out of here. You can't have that here, but this cross and all this, that's okay. And this takes me back to when I was in high school, and one thing that really pissed me off. So a friend of mine that was and she was wearing some an upside down pentagram necklace, and she got wrote up for it. And when they told her that if she didn't want to get suspended, that she could just take it off and give it to them. And at the end of the day, she could come back and get it and she wouldn't get in any trouble. So she did. And I was like, why?
Yeah, I would have stood up for that motherfucker.
Real Satanists wouldn't do that.
Right? She
No-
wasn't a real believer.
It has nothing to do. Well, it does have to do with that, but it doesn't at the same time. I asked her. I said, "Do you have any more necklaces? Bring me one, please." You know, I'm not a Satanist, but God, let them fucking challenge me on something like that, because the dean that she went and seen wears a gold cross necklace.
Yeah.
If this girl cannot display her upside down pentagram necklace, then by all rights, the other person cannot display their cross. David, whatever it is, you can't discriminate.
Equal opportunity.
You cannot, exactly, well, pretty much. You cannot discriminate against one religion and accept other religions, especially when it has to do with the government, separation of church and state, schools, such as, like I said, in the school. Now, this is in front of the courthouse in this town in Oklahoma is where they have these 10 commandments. And the Satanists want to put a Satanist statue. If you haven't seen it, it's more or less Satan, and he's sitting there in his pose or whatever, and there's two children standing, and it's set up to where his legs will be low enough for people to be able to like sit on his lap.
Yeah.
I hope, like hell, that, no pun intended, that they get the statue put there. Now, if they deny them if they deny them the right to put the statue there, they have to remove the 10 Commandments.
Yeah. The Satanists will probably sue them. If they deny them.
Yeah, if they deny them, yes, they will, and they'll also have to remove the 10 Commandments legally. If they don't let the Satanists put the statue there, they have to remove the 10 Commandments legally.
Yeah, as far as the 10 Commandments go, they were talking about it being up there because it's actual American history, but that's the argument they're going for, but it's obviously a Christian symbol.
Right.
So, I mean, it has to be an equal thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if
we are supposed to have we're supposed to have freedom of religion in this country.
I myself,
that is the whole premise behind it.
I'm not a Satan worshiper. I am not a Satanist. I really have no religion whatsoever. There are some things I believe in. You know, everything does happen for a reason. I do believe in that, but I am, not religion whatsoever. However, I deal with equal opportunity altogether. So if it's like this person can't have it, but this person does, it's like it's not exactly fair.
Well, you're kind of a person that, through what I've gathered from you, you enjoy the teachings. If you get what I mean by that, like the good morals that are taught through religions such as Christianity, as you said, there's certain things that they teach that I really think that, like, just being a human being, period, everyone should follow some of that stuff, because it's, this shit, like, treat others the way you know what I mean, you would be treated. Don't fucking cheat on your wife or your husband or whatever, stuff like that. I mean, that's just like being a decent human being.
Just don't be a dick.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's
like,
my religion.
Yeah, that by all means, I'm not a Satanist, but my opinion of that is separation of church and state means that if the 10 Commandments can be there, again, nothing against Christianity and yada, 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 but if the 10 Commandments can be there, then so can the Satanist statue. Either both of them can be there or none of them can be there. That's my opinion on it. Satan! That's not true. Dream you would have to put out when the Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons were leaving your house. The old black metal Satan scream.
I basically agree with you on that, Mike. I mean, I don't worship Satan. I think I'm not. I don't really think much people who do legitimately worship Satan. I mean, I think if you're gonna, I don't know. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that I basically agree with you. I mean, if they're going to allow some religions to have religious icons, then you should allow religions too. And I know a lot of people will say, well, but America is a Christian country. Actually, it's not. A lot of the founding fathers weren't even Christian. A lot of them were like deist, agnostic, atheist, or Unitarian. or Freemason. Like, only a few of them were actually Christian. They believe freedom of religion, where you could basically practice whatever the hell you
It's wrote
you
in the
wanna.
fucking Bill of Rights.
Yeah,
I've seen some of the arguments. More or less, they're like, this is an overly Christian country, and what they meant by that was, that you could practice any religion you want as long as it's a branch of Christianity. I've seen tons of arguments. It's like, it's misinterpreted. It's not so much freedom of religion. It's freedom of this, yada yada. If you're gonna say that you can practice any religion you want, but you have to, it has to be a branch of Christianity, then that means that
We don't
Buddhists.
have religious freedom.
Yeah,
That's what that means.
yeah, Buddhists, for instance, you would have to tell them, no. You can't have any of your statues, and you can't practice that here.
Yeah, you basically have to tell all the Buddhists, all the Hindus, all the Muslims, whatever else is in the country to basically pack up and leave or convert to Christianity. We are a the predominant number of people in America Christianity, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, just as long as you're accepting of other people. I mean, you don't have to like what they practice, but you do have to, at the very least, allow them to. They're protected by the First Amendment, and they have the.
And that's the separation of church and state. I can't say that enough. And that's the thing. And I really, honestly, even though I'm not a Satanist, I hope that they get to put this statue up. Thing is,
Me too.
The statue's gonna get broke. I don't know how many fucking times by some ignorant ass Christians. Nothing against them, but I can 100% guarantee it'll happen. It's not going to be Joe Schmo walking down the street. Agnostic Joe Schmo walking down the street is not going to break the Satanist statue. It's going to be some Bible bumping motherfucker that's going to come up there and break it.
Mm-hmm.
Or even crazier, someone will build a bomb.
Yeah, and it, again, going back to what we talked about episodes ago, the extremists of the group of Christianity, the branches of the religions of Christianity, will be the ones that destroy the statue to make them all look bad. Because they're going to turn it, basically, they will turn it into a religious war because of their ignorance.
Yep. Either that, or I think what might end up happening is they'll raise the money and they'll put the statue there, and then the courthouse and their crosshouse and leave the statue there, just to make a stand or whatever.
Well, then
something like that.
The group could turn around and petition to have it moved to the new courthouse. It's going to cause problems. Point blank, it's going to cause problems, and I honestly kind of hope it does, because the more attention on this, the more that people look like shit. And the more people are going to be like, you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. How does this affect your everyday life because there's a goddamn statue? Do you pass it every single day, and are you forced to look at it when you pass it every day? No?
Yeah.
Then
The
why
sky
the
is not
fuck
going
does
to
it matter?
fall.
Exactly. And the more attention that gets, it's the whole fucking thing. That's why eventually gay marriage will be legalized, because of our generation is sick of fucking hearing about it, because there's zero reason why they shouldn't be able to get it.
Right.
And then marijuana will be legalized because our generation is so fucking sick of hearing about it, because there is no reason why it shouldn't be.
Yep.
Exactly.
The whole thing with this, if the statue gets denied, somebody eventually will stick one right in the middle of fucking Washington, D.C. that'll be the size of the goddamn Washington Monument, and it'll be a big-ass fucking Satan. And,
All
It'll be a
just to
big
prove
ass.
a point.
It'll be a big ass fucking Satan smoking a doobie and doing a dude in the butt.
Yes.
I don't know
Let's
about
get that started.
I don't know about that, but it'll happen. Because,
We know what Greg's thinking right now.
yeah.
Smoking a doobie and doing a dude in the butt. He's like, that's all I want right now.
And that does it for this episode of 30 Minutes of Mayhem. I have been your host. My name is Michael Mayhew, and I have been here with my co-hosts,
Dale,
Raven,
And Greg.
Don't forget that you can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spreaker. Also, donate to us on PayPal so we can afford to be able to do this. And that's it. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and later, fellas.